Have you ever met someone who's super creative but also kind of confusing? Like, one minute they're the life of the party, cracking jokes, and the next minute they're in a corner, sketching in a notebook or recharging with their cat. So, are creative people both introverted and extroverted? So, let's start with the basics. You've heard of introverts. They're the ones who love alone time, hate small talk, and would rather text than call. Then there are extroverts, who thrive on social interaction, love meeting new people, and probably throw more parties than they attend. But here's the twist. Not all creative people fit neatly into one of these categories. In fact, there's this magical in-between zone called Ambiversion. Yes, it's a real thing. Ambiverts have traits of both introverts and extroverts. And guess what? A ton of highly creative people tend to land in this sweet spot. Here's where it gets juicy. Research shows that creative folks often switch between introverted and extroverted behaviors depending on the situation. When they're brainstorming or working on a project, they need quiet, reflective introvert energy to get into the zone. But when it's time to present their ideas or collaborate, boom! Extrovert mode activates. Think of it like a light switch. Introvert for thinking, extrovert for doing. Psychologist Mihaly Csikszentmihalyi, don't worry, I can't pronounce it either, studied creativity and found that many creative people are complex personalities. They balance contradictions, like being shy and bold, logical and emotional, all at the same time. It's like they're living in stereo while the rest of us are stuck on mono. Okay, quick question time. Let's see if this sounds like you. Do you love spending hours on a hobby completely alone, but then get a weird urge to share it with a crowd? Can you spend all day talking to people and feel great, but the next day, you're completely drained and need a Netflix and chill break? Do people describe you as both quiet and bubbly, depending on who you're with? If you're nodding your head like a bobblehead, congratulations! You might be an ambivert, and a creative one at that. And hey, before we dive deeper, take a second to subscribe, hit the like button, and click the notification bell. It's the perfect mix of introvert, sitting quietly at home watching PsycKeys, and extrovert, sharing it with your friends. See? Ambivert energy. Here's something most people don't know. The brains of creative ambiverts are wired differently. Studies using brain imaging show that these folks have higher connectivity between their left and right hemispheres. Translation? They can think logically and creatively, switching gears depending on what's needed. This might explain why so many famous creatives seem to have split personalities, in the best way. Take Albert Einstein. He spent hours alone working on physics equations, but also loved explaining his ideas to students and giving lectures. Or Lady Gaga. She's known for her dramatic stage presence, but says she recharges by being alone with her piano. These people embody that mix of introversion and extroversion, flipping between the two like pros. So why is it important to know this about creative people, or maybe yourself? Well, for starters, it helps you stop feeling weird about your personality. Society tells us we have to be one thing or the other, either a bubbly social butterfly or a brooding lone wolf. But the truth is, creativity thrives in the grey areas. Knowing you're both can help you work with your personality instead of against it. Let's say you're writing a novel. You might need introvert energy to write in silence, but extrovert energy to workshop ideas with a writing group. Recognizing this pattern can make you more productive and less likely to beat yourself up for needing a break after a long social event. Here's another cool nugget. Creative ambiverts are masters of something called flow. That's when you're so focused on what you're doing that time flies, your worries disappear, and you're basically a genius for a few hours. To get into flow, you need just the right balance of challenge and focus. Too many distractions, introvert mode to the rescue. Feeling stuck? Extrovert energy might give you the spark you need. Fun fact, studies show that people who spend time in both introverted and extroverted states are more likely to enter flow. It's like their brains are better at shifting gears, making them creativity ninjas. Okay, let's get real for a sec. Being both introverted and extroverted isn't always sunshine and rainbows. It can be exhausting. One minute you're thriving at a party, and the next you feel like a phone with 1% battery left. Or you might get stuck in decision paralysis. Do I go out or stay home? I want to do both, but also neither. It's a lot. But here's the secret. Understanding your energy cycles can help. Plan your creative time around when you're feeling more introverted and save social activities for when you're in an extroverted mood. It's all about balance. So, are most creative people both introverted and extroverted? The answer is probably yeah. Creativity seems to thrive in people who can tap into both sides of their personality. If that's you, embrace it. Lean into your introvert moments when you need focus, and don't shy away from your extrovert energy when it's time to shine. And hey, the next time someone calls you complicated, just smile and say, "Nope, I'm creative." Thanks for watching PsycKeys, where we break down psychology to help you understand yourself better. If you haven't already, make sure to subscribe, like, and hit the notification bell. And if you're feeling extroverted, share this video with someone you think would love it. Or if you're in introvert mode, save it for later. Either way, we'll see you next time.